You know I try to pray for you. Even when we're touching, you always make a fuss. Okay, I'm pushing. Don't test my patience. I'm trying to pace it. You kept me waiting. I try to pray for you. I try to pray for you. Try to play for you. I try to play for you, for you, for you. I try to play for you, for you. I try to play for you, for you. I try to play for you. I pray for you, even when there's nothing, you always make up something. You know I try to pray for you, even when we're touching, you always make a fuss. Okay, I'm pushing. Don't test my patience. I'm trying to pace it. You kept me waiting. I try to pray for you. Okay, I'm patient. It cannot wait 'cause you test my patience. I try to pray for you, for you, for you. I try to pray for you. I try to pray for you. I try to pray for you. I
Hello, 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 good morning and welcome. You are on the mountain with Rick, and it is time to fuck around for a bit. We got Splinterlands TV coming up in a few hours, and then I'm headed out to the motherfucking beach! Boy! But in the meanwhile, coffee. Ah, that's tasty. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got some decent pulls in our dailies today. Nothing spectacular. And I don't know whether or not we'll be joined by anyone else tonight, but oh, I don't know. Doesn't matter. We'll figure shit out. We got a Lob Lowland. Got about 6 SPS, 4 Ferox Defender, 2 Wily Kaioshin, and a Drybone Barbarian. Nothing crazy, but not terrible either, I suppose. Yeah, we'll go ahead. Advance into Diamond. And then we need to go over here. Bishop here.
Discover the true identity of this evil beast. Still, the question remains: who is El Diablo?
of a voice that works.
What's good? What's good?
Cancel.
How are you doing, bud?
Slightly better.
Good. That's any improvement is good.
Yeah, I can chew on an ice block when it's inside my mouth, but the problem is opening my teeth enough to get the ice block between my teeth in the first place.
I think I fucking slept on my shoulder wrong last night or something. Pinched a nerve. Thank you, bye.
Yeah, you're just having a heart attack.
Hmm?
No, you're just having a heart attack.
No, it's just my shoulder, not my heart.
No, it's your heart.
Maybe.
Come on, you got to be a hypochondriac.
Yeah, I saw you in the SPL TV chat. I'm just shit posting a little bit in there. It's gonna be funny if they're still hanging around whenever I get on.
Yeah, I think I'm good enough to be able to stream tonight, but I'll find out.
Well, if you need to rest your voice for a bit and not join mine or whatever, I won't take it personally.
I think I need to actually speak because other than when I spoke to you guys on Friday, I've basically said nothing.
Oh, okay.
Well,
of course, you are more than welcome to use me for a warm-up as well.
Yeah, I'm just thinking the more that I move my mouth, the more mobility I'll get to my jaw again. Because other than the first night when I was drooling blood out of my face, my mouth has basically been clamped shut.
But like all of the holes and everything all healing up pretty good? No issues with dry rot or anything like that?
Not that I'm aware of. There's no foul taste in my mouth. There's no more bleeding. There's no more like oozing and that sort of stuff.
Good. I'm pretty sure that you would definitely know if you had dry rot or anything by now.
Yeah. Yeah. There's still swelling in my left-hand cheek. I can still feel that being swollen. But if I grab my beard and I pull, and like separate the flesh of my cheek from the flesh of my gum, it feels better. So I think it's actually the gum that's swollen.
Huh.
As opposed to my cheek itself.
Interesting.
Or I've got like a little ulcer there from where the stitches have been rubbing against the cheek. One of those two things.
Yeah, I could definitely see that too.
No. I've still been doing the saltwater rinses like 4 times a day, and the special super powered mouthwash 3 times a day. The only annoying thing is it's tough to actually get a fucking toothbrush in my mouth because again I can't like get the gap between my teeth to be large enough.
Oh yeah.
My mouth. But if I go in sideways, like on the good side, I can get the toothbrush in. Because I've got electric toothbrush, so it's a little bit bigger than a normal one.
Yeah, me too. So aside from your other projects, what have you been doing for your downtime?
Pretty much only them.
I've seen you've been fucking busy on them, so I guess that's not particularly surprising.
Yeah, I'm pretty close to the end of the initial roadmap for one of them, and then the other one doesn't really have a roadmap, so I don't really care. And at this point, I just want to figure out a way to make it sustainable, profitable, with the least amount of effort. Because it's still a significant amount of effort. I mean, the set I released yesterday has got me about 1,133 wax.
God damn.
but I think that was due to one collector misunderstanding, and there was 18 new NFTs in packs because they made a pack set called Odds and Evens.
Mm-hmm.
With 2 slots. One slot had an odd, the other slot had an even. There was 18 total in the packs, but then there was a 19th and 20th as a bonus. But people thought that 19 and 20 were in the packs, and they didn't just go and claim it on the airdrop, not the airdrop, the drops page. So I woke up to a couple of angry DMs going, I opened like 30 packs and didn't get these 2. What the hell's going on with the RNG? And I was like,
Did you actually read the instructions, motherfucker?
Because I did say in my description that there was 18 to collect.
Yeah,
20.
no, I clearly understood that. And, I mean, I didn't get any of them because I don't have any wax, but, like, I clearly understood that just perusing the Discord.
Yeah. But that's not my problem.
Exactly.
As per the Splinterlands terms of service, no refunds because blockchain transactions are irreversible. My first day back at work so far has been really uneventful.
Oh, you are back at work now? Okay.
Yeah, I've done 3 training packages. Attended one meeting where it was like, what are you going to be working on this week? And I just typed into the chat window instead of speaking. Where I've got a meeting with my boss. Go over some stuff for projects that I'm meant to be finishing this week, which I probably won't finish this week. And then I think Thursday, it's the other big heavy meeting day where I'll actually have to speak. But between you and me and whoever the audience is,
I think nobody currently.
good. My birthday on Saturday, and I have no idea what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to go watch Barbie and then Oppenheimer.
Cool. Mrs. on the Mountain went on, did a Barbie bar crawl this weekend. One of her good friends organized it and has a bunch of connections within the kind of like the bars and shit scene. So basically they all met up and then took a fucking party bus and went around to like 7 different bars with like signature cocktails and photo ops and everything at each. They were all like dressed up as fucking Barbies, and then they went and saw the 10 o'clock showing of Barbie all together, and she had a fucking blast. I was working or I would have joined, but yeah, she actually won best dressed too.
Yes. Yeah, I would not win best dressed. I'd try and win worst dressed. As is my way.
I just
Yeah,
got
I don't
corrected. No party bus. So I guess the audience also consists of my lady.
Of who, sorry?
Of Mrs. on the Mountain.
Oh,
Either that or she just heard me talking through the door.
it's good to see she's taking an interest.
Once in a while, yeah. She likes to tune in.
Just to keep an eye on you, make sure you're not bad mouthing her.
Yeah, probably.
It's like that classic meme of like, I'm gonna do X. Damn, X got hands.
Yeah, right? Speaking of memes, have you been in there at all?
No, I want to be completely surprised by my exploration.
Okay. Then I won't say anything. Other than the last one that I posted might be my favorite one that I've ever posted. But it will probably not be the last one that I posted by the time you look at them.
Fair enough.
Nothing to claim there.
I really should have scissors in this room. And like stop using side cutters to cut everything that I want to cut in this room.
Yeah, I tend to have scissors pretty much everywhere, although actually not in here. But I don't do much needing scissors in...
The kitchen's probably got like 5 or 6 pairs. So there's like one on the bench near the microwave. There's one on like the breakfast bar. There's one on the opposite side of the bench near the kettle. It's kind of like every benchtop surface in the kitchen has a scissors. And our kitchen is very small. So it doesn't really matter where I stand in our kitchen. Probably within half an arm's reach is a pair of scissors.
Interesting.
I probably stand in the middle of my kitchen and with both my left and right hand pick up a pair of scissors. Yeah. When you want a pair of scissors, you
Can't
can never
fucking find one anywhere. I got a pair in the knife block. I got a pair in the junk drawer.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually it in the kitchen. I got a pair on the living room table because I'm working on a project that I'm continuously using there. And I've actually got a pair of regular scissors and 2 pairs of like the super small like mustache scissors, nose hair scissors.
There's a pair in the knife block as well, but they're proper like poultry shears as opposed to scissors.
Also makes sense. Yeah, those ones are food use only.
Yeah. They are full stainless steel. We also have 2 knife blocks because my wife does not respect knives.
So you have your knives and then you have her knives?
Yep. I've got a nice set of Japanese global ones. That have got like stand inside they're like one piece stainless steel or whatever it is they're made of, some sort of Japanese steel, but in the handle they're balanced with sand.
Sounds like a nice set of knives.
It's a nice bamboo knife block, and then her knife block is like a abstract man figure in which all the knives go through his body.
Interesting. I've seen the one where it's like a shield that they're all stuck into.
That would be awesome. I'd love one like that.
I've not seen one where they're going through the body. That does sound kind of cool.
It's not a very realistic body. It's like
I figured.
abstract art done in crayon but blow molded plastic. Lava lamp shapes. But yeah, my wife, she does not respect knives.
How so?
She does not know how to sharpen them properly. She prefers a knife that is heavy because she clearly prefers knives that are blunt. And she'll put knives in the dishwasher.
Ooh, yeah, no bueno.
Yeah. So I'm like, you can put your knives in the dishwasher, that's fine. These knives, they do not go in the dishwasher.
They don't go in the dishwasher. They don't go in the sink, and they don't go, on the towel with the other clean dishes to naturally dry. They get dried and then put away.
Yeah. And they do not get dropped into the sink to be washed.
Oh yeah, no, never.
There is water. The water is warmed. The water is then cooled, and the knife is slowly immersed and washed. Or alternatively, you just put soap on a freaking sponge and wash the knife and then dry it.
Yeah, that's what I do.
But yeah, I whenever we sell something on Facebook Marketplace or whatever, that's the only time that I sharpen my knives using the butcher's stick. Because I think it's funny that when a complete stranger comes to your house, you're met by me sharpening knives.
Yeah, that is pretty funny.
And she's always like, "Why the hell are you doing this when a stranger's coming around?" I'm like, "This is how I know when it's a good time to sharpen knives."
Yeah, I mean, it works.
We inherited a couple of knives with this house. The old owners left a bunch of stuff when we bought this place. A couple of German knives too.
Nice.
Don't really use them, but it's got a really cool tang on it. It's like the blade is one piece all the way through to the tang,
Mm-hmm.
but then the handle is like this molded nylon over the top of the tang, so you can see the entire sort of hunk of steel that the blade was made out of.
Cool.
Let me go see if I can find it and take a picture of it. BRB.
Yeah, probably gotta log in again because we updated Brave.
I looked at the knife block, expecting it to be there, didn't see it. Checked everywhere else, counted the number of scissors. Seven scissors in the kitchen.
Jesus Christ.
And then ended up finding the knife. I'll send you the picture now.
7 sets of fucking... I don't think I've got 7 sets of scissors in the house. At least full-size ones.
It's just a really weird design for a knife.
Yeah, that is really cool. Does it handle well?
I haven't really used it. Because I prefer the, like, 17 centimeter knife, the chef's knife. I use that for pretty much everything. Hang on. Comparisons. There we go. The smaller one is my nice one.
Yeah, okay. I like that too.
But my hands are fucking massive, so it looks tiny.
Yeah. It's a 5-inch. Yeah. That tends to
Yeah.
be what I reach for as well.
I think it's Tenkatsu is the Japanese name for it.
Yeah, I don't really know the Japanese ones, but sounds right.
Wow, these knives have gotten so cheap compared to when I bought them.
Wait, something's actually gone down in price? No.
That or the manufacturing process has gotten worse, therefore cheaper.
Yeah, maybe. I thought
But
Jim was
still,
going to be joining us tonight because he was asking me if I was streaming tonight. He was like, let's get together sometime soon. I'm off pretty much the whole week. Like, okay, would love to have you on again. And then here he isn't.
here he isn't. What a great phrase. There we go. That's my knife.
Yeah, pretty close to it. Looks like yours is a little bit wider where your index finger would go.
Yeah.
Got that little bulge there. Also a slightly different shape. I think it's got a
Yeah.
more rounded towards the front side.
Let's see.
Oh, and it's a 7-inch. Okay.
Ironically, the smaller one is more expensive.
The favorite knife in the kitchen at work is actually Chef's duck knife. Like, you got it specifically for duck.
Really?
Yeah, and I use it for fucking everything.
So that's a flat blade at the end?
Yep. But I mean, kitchen work. I mean, cooking wise at least, and honestly, most of the prep that we do too. Like, I don't need the pointed end for anything.
I don't think you need any pointed end really in the kitchen.
No, not at all. Pointed end is for stabby, which is self defense.
I guess if you want to do fucking fancy things with bell peppers, a stabby end is useful.
Yeah. And I mean, we do work with peppers a lot, but usually they're fire roasted and therefore, soft.
Yeah.
So.
Oh man, now you know what I want to go fucking do is cut the top off of a bell pepper and like carve out the insides and fill it with like cheese and bacon and jalapeno. And
Oh hell yeah! I fucking love stuffed peppers.
But again, I can't fucking chew properly yet.
Yeah, I mean that does put a damper on things.
Just frustrating. So frustrating. I tried mashed potato yesterday. Got through like maybe 5 dessert spoons of it. And then I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but completely understandable.
It's been great for my weight loss, though.
Yeah, I bet it is.
It's
I
been
have no
fucking-
idea what I'm gonna fucking be down to by the end of next month.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be intense, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, like having sex in a wigwam and then moving to a teepee. Fucking intense.
Or like the saying of close to water, fucking in a canoe. In
Yep.
reference to coffee. Yeah. Yeah, so July the 19th, which is about when I started binging on food, knowing that I was going in for surgery in 5 days, 122.6 kilos. This morning, 116.8 kilos.
Damn. Yeah, that's
That's
significant.
200 weeks.
That's significant. It's like 4.5, almost 5%.
Yeah, 4.5. No, wait, more than that. .8%.
I guess pretty good. Oh, that cake actually just made me more hungry. Shit.
Wow. No wonder my wife loves her workplace so much. She just sent me a text. This morning my boss told me, I swear, you're better off heating up your milk and just snorting the rest of your ingredients. You have so much stuff that you add to your coffee.
That's pretty good. What does she put in there?
She does the coffee, obviously. 1 raw sugar, 1 spoon of sweetener, and then she adds malt powder, which I don't know if that's a thing you guys have over there in the northern hemisphere, but malt powder is hard to describe.
I think I can kind of picture it. It's not necessarily something that I'm familiar with, but like the Whoppers, malted milk balls,
Yeah,
and
it's
like
that
malted
sort of
milkshakes and shit like that kind of malt.
It's like the interior of a Malteser, but pulverized into like a powder that you can mix into things.
Well, welcome Quality Productions. Thank you for joining us, and I'm glad that we were somehow recommended to you. What do you play? Yeah, I can't actually imagine like malted coffee. I never really got into the Whoppers or a malted milkshake or anything like that. I'm not a big fan of malt, but like that seems like a great way to ruin coffee.
I almost spat my drink of water out of my face just then. My opinion on coffee, and that is it ruins water. But I'm not just saying that because I sound slightly British, and like I'm some sort of tea aficionado. But no, I believe that tea and coffee ruin water equally.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree with that one, but that's all right. You know.
And that's fine. It'll be pistols at dawn, except your pistol will be full of coffee and mine will be full of water.
Okay, yeah, that sounds fun and non-lethal.
And I know that you won't shoot me because you wouldn't dare waste coffee.
I'd probably just shoot my mouth, yeah. Minecraft, Battlefront 2, Roblox, Jailbreak, Call of Duty, and Sea of Thieves. Are you familiar with Web3 and crypto gaming? Because honestly, that's pretty much all that I do here. You are still, of course, welcome regardless. But yeah, I don't really have any content on any of those games. Nothing against most of them. I'm not a first-person shooter player myself. Mostly because I'm just terrible at them, but also because I just don't like the entire idea of getting shot and then respawning. But like Minecraft is fun. Roblox is cool. My girls played Roblox. And they really enjoyed it. I've fucked around on Minecraft probably most of any of those. Sea of Thieves sounds like a fantastical game. I'm guessing I'm getting an Assassin's Creed kind of vibe just off of the name. I'm not at all familiar with the game itself, so correct me if I'm wrong.
Isn't it like an open world pirate simulator type thing?
Open world pirate simulator?
Yeah.
Okay, I can see it. That sounds kind of cool.
I could be wrong, but it's what my general impression is from having seen footage of it.
Quality, I think actually the problem is too many games, more than not playing enough games. Because, like, when I started my channel, I didn't even know about any of these other Web3 games and whatnot. I started with all Splinterlands all the time, and now I'm glad I have other options because I don't know what the fuck is going on with this game anymore. I started unstaking my SPS. Like that new TOS is
So one thing I want to hold. If someone could relieve me of all of my cards and land and give me SPS for it, I'd take that deal.
I mean, I will trade you all of my SPS for all of your cards. Yes, absolutely.
No, you would need significantly more quantity.
Yes, I know. I know. That's why I'm saying I would take that trade. But it's not even so much that, it's not that I don't want to hold SPS, but, I mean, I do kind of feel like certain parts of the new TOS were more or less aimed at me. And, yeah, I kind of worry about it being inaccessible. If, say, the main account were banned,
it wouldn't stop you from being able to use peak monsters or it would only stop you from using the Splinterlands.com interface because you'd still be able to do the blockchain transactions underneath.
Yeah, I guess so.
In terms of asset ownership, that's the part.
And yeah, I guess I would even be able to do it on BSwap. I didn't even think about peak monsters. But yeah, I'm still like hanging on to it. I'm not selling it. I'm just kind of unstaking it and moving it into the pools, which honestly pay better anyways.
Yeah, it's a much higher yield.
I really can't do much in terms of editing. I just live stream and then everything is automatically posted to my YouTube. I was doing some editing and some actual scripted stuff for a little while, and then I don't know what the hell happened, but the program that I use, which is where the fuck is it? Black Magic.
DaVinci Resolve.
That's it. Yeah, DaVinci Resolve. is no longer able to actually encode and upload my stuff, and therefore I haven't been able to do any of that scripted or non-live stuff for a while. It's probably just because I have a potato for a computer, though.
Yeah. I use Resolve when I want to do any video editing stuff because it's A, free, B, amazing. Like, it is an incredible piece of software for what you get for the grand price of free. And its workflow is better, in my opinion, than something like After Effects, or not After Effects, Premiere.
I don't use iMovie because I don't have a Mac.
I tried using iMovie because I do have a Mac, and oh god, having studied and done formal video editing in the past using After Effects and Final Cut Pro, iMovie is being handed a... I'm trying to think of a good analogy here. Using iMovie is like trying to use a chainsaw without the chain attached to it.
Which is actually super fun. I don't know if I ever told you about my favorite workplace experience that I ever had, but that's exactly what I was doing.
You see, my perception is that wouldn't be a very effective way to use a chainsaw, and I'd like to hear your opinions on whether or not this was an effective way to use a chainsaw.
It was an extremely effective way to use a chainsaw for what I was doing, which is not any actual legitimate use of a chainsaw. I was working at a haunted house and chasing bitches around a corn maze with it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you were trying to cut down that corn maze...
No, it was, intentionally don't cut people's limbs off. That makes not having a chain the right way to go.
That's fair enough. So let me recontextualize. Using iMovie is like trying to use a chainsaw without the chain attached to cut down a tree.
You must find the largest tree in the forest, and you must cut it down with a hang!
I knew you were going there the moment I said cut down a tree.
Yep. I knew you did. You were expecting it. I had to deliver.
I am a shrubber. I design and create shrubberies.
I actually heard somebody, you know how a lot of YouTubers, like at the end of their videos, whatever, they call out their Patreon subs?
Yeah.
Well, I heard somebody call out, I forget what video it was on or even what channel it was on, but they called out, icky, 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 potato. And they didn't, like, do the voice on it or anything like that, so I don't think they got it, but I did, and I was like, oh, that's fucking classic. Like, why did I not think to name myself that? Fuck.
My favorite part of that is the little "nee" on the end.
Nee! Shh! Yeah, also really fucking good. Yeah, Monty Python was amazing. It's just so, like, it's almost devastating to me how few people in America actually understand that they are so much more than Holy Grail. Like, to most people, especially my generation and younger, like, they just don't fucking understand that Monty Python is this whole group of amazingly talented individuals who produced a shit ton of amazing fucking stuff. They think, oh, yeah, Monty Python. Oh, yeah, I've seen the Holy Grail. Like, no, that's not even their best.
Yeah.
Like, Life of Brian is so much better than Holy Grail.
Yeah, and also, like, even the other stuff, like Faulty Towers is one of my favorite things that the Python-related stuff has produced.
Right?
And Basil, turn off that racket. It's Brahms. Brahms' third racket. It's like one of my favorite lines in all of Python stuff. Um, yeah, it's such a good show. Multi Towers, but yeah, Flying Circus. All of the skits in that are outstanding.
Yep.
But yeah, Life of Brian, Holy Grail, so good. Meaning of Life is kind of trash, but
Yeah.
yeah, what my favorite is Holy Grail.
Your favorite is Holy Grail? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Spam
No,
was great.
actually, no. I got a Life of Brian. It's like he's not the Messiah. He's a naughty boy. Yeah, it has to be Life of Brian.
Yeah, like it didn't hit.
On it, and there's so many things in it, like the guy who's trolling the Romans about the whole. You here for crucifixions? No, they're gonna let me free. Oh, okay then. No, just joking. I'm here for crucifixion.
Right? I like it didn't hit on every single beat the same way that Holy Grail did, but like it just built up for longer and hit that much harder. And I think it was a little bit deeper, a little more thought provoking.
I don't know that I'm then torn by the scenes where King Arthur is talking to the peasants in the field, and that peasant's rambling on about pulling swords out of a woman's bosom in the lake is no system of government.
Yeah, I have something I gotta show
He's
you.
not my king. I didn't elect him.
Have you ever heard of a game called Flux? Fluxx.
Yes,
Look at the stream.
I am.
I have like
Yes.
6 different versions of Flux. This is the one I never get to play. And it's the best of them all because it's so fucking random.
I remember in the early 2000s, there was some group of people who made like an unofficial Monty Python Magic the Gathering set.
Oh, that sounds
Except they,
brilliant.
except they proceeded to get sued by both the Pythons and Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah, at least the latter part of that does not.
The Wizards part, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think you can still find it if you just look it up. I'm going to go look it up now and see if I can find it and read you some of the cards. Python. No, that came up with a whole bunch of Python scripts about Magic the Gathering.
For the longest time, back before I had an iPhone, when I had an Android, that because how you can customize your fucking ringtones and shit like that. My text message ringtone was, message for you, sir.
Here we go. Sir Robert, creature, knight, 2 mana and white. When a creature with power greater than 3 comes into play, return Brave Sir Robin into his owner's hand. Destroy target creature with power greater than 3.
Ha.
Confused Prophet. Each player sacrifices an enchantment or artifact, and the Confused Prophet's the dude standing on the soapbox. Crucifixion Party. Creature, citizen. During your upkeep, put a crucifixion counter on Crucifixion Party. When there are 3 or more crucifixion counters on a creature, destroy that creature. Brother Maynard. Search your library for a legendary non-creature artifact and put it in your hand. Like, all of these are actually not only relevant to Monty Python, but also relevant to the rules of Magic.
Yeah.
God. Creature. Flying, trample, protection from all colors. God cannot be the target of spells or abilities. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to God. And don't apologize. Every time I talk to someone, it's sorry this and forgive me that, and I'm not worthy. There's the Italian instructor from Flying Circus. When Italian instructor comes into play, destroy target enchantment.
So here's just a few of the, like, here is a creeper for the three-headed giant. Here's a goal. He bravely ran away for the three-headed giant, brave Sir Robin and his minstrels. Here is Sir Robin and his minstrels.
Did you ever play Munchkin?
Oh yeah, I fucking love Munchkin.
Yeah.
That is a game that I wish I owned.
I've got it. It's fantastic.
Yeah. When I graduated high school, before I actually went to boot camp, I went back up to Detroit and I hung out for a while with a bunch of my old friends and made a bunch of new friends. And I went up there for like 2 weeks and I ended up staying for like a month and a half. But like one of the things that we did was we went to a 24/7 Coney Island and we stayed there for like a week. Just shooting the shit and playing all sorts of games. Like took up the biggest fucking table in the place, and like throughout the entire week there were at least 30 people that came and went. There were 5 at the minimum and 15 at the maximum, and it was me and 2 other people who were actually there the entire fucking time, and there were like a good 6 or 7 people that were there for the majority of it. And we played D&D, we played Magic, we played fucking a shit ton of Munchkin, a little bit of Flux. We even fucking busted out Uno.
Still looking through these other Monty Python cards. This isn't an argument. Counter target spell that targets a spell.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
Tim the Sorcerer. Tim the Sorcerer deals X damage to target creature or player. Only red mana may be spent this way.
That's funny. Because especially, with Magic, we do have, the class of creatures known as Timmies that started with Prodigal Sorcerer.
The Black Knight comes into play with 4+1/+0 counters. Whenever Black Knight would be dealt combat damage, prevent that damage and remove a counter from Black Knight. Black Knight cannot block.
Yeah, that's pretty well done. And that's also like not an out of nowhere ability. That's something that does exist on a number of creatures.
I'm not dead. Instant. Return target creature from any graveyard to play.
Oh, yes, you are. You'll be stone dead in a minute.
Game entirely. Well, can you hang around a couple of minutes? He won't be long.
Isn't there something you can do? Yeah, definitely good, clean fun.
Yeah. Karl Marx. Take control of target creature that shares no color with a creature you control until end of turn. That creature has haste until end of turn.
Okay.
The Spanish Inquisition. First strike, haste. When you successfully cast the Spanish Inquisition, it can't be blocked until the end of turn. Intermission. Prevent all combat damage dealt by creatures this turn. Some lovely filth. Enchant land. Tap enchanted land, sacrifice a permanent. Search your library for a basic land. Put that card into play tapped. There was one for the rabbit that I'm trying to find.
Bring out the holy hand grenade.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if that's not in here. I mean, they had Brother Maynard already. Vicious gang of keep left signs. Artifact creature, keep left signs. Sacrifice vicious gang of keep left signs. Target non-flying creature deals its combat damage to the target player instead of you. The machine that goes ping. At the end of turn, if target creature is still in play, gain 1 life. If not, sacrifice the machine that goes ping. Use this ability only during any player's upkeep and only once each turn.
Yeah, okay, I like that. So Jim will be joining us in a little bit, I think. And my first question for him is going to be, did you read the TOS?
Do you still have your SPS? Ooh, that's a fun card. Live organ transplants. Instant. Move all +1/+1 counters from all creatures in play to target creature. That would be fucking fantastic. That would be so overpowered though, considering it costs 1 death energy and 1 green energy.
Black, green, gold card, I like. That is one of my favorite color combinations that I never actually play. Yes, Jim, we are talking about Monty Python magic cards, which apparently were actually produced years back, and the producers were promptly sued by both Wizards and Monty Python.
The Rabbit of Cannonbong. Creature, rabbit, legendary. First strike, costs 4 mana, and 3 of which must be green. First strike, destroy target knight. And it has 10-2.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. First strike and 10 damage is really hard to get around, but dies to lightning bolt.
And the holy hand grenade.
And a holy hand grenade, yes. I have wax, so I'm claiming some more single ladies. Yay! Okay, it didn't make me sign for the first one, but it's making me sign for this one.
Lots of these are from Flying Circus.
Is there a wafer thin?
That's Mr. Curso. That's from Meaning of Life.
Yeah, no, I was just asking if there is a wafer thin card. And is it thinner than the others? Would that be
There's
considered marked? I think so.
there's the Mad Look, which is just John Cleese wearing a chef's hat, which is great. Target non-black, non-artifact creature cannot block Mad Cook this turn. Here we go. Mr. Cursor. Put +1/+1 counter on Mr. Cursor. If Mr. Cursor's power is above 4, sacrifice Mr. Cursor and destroy all creatures. They cannot be regenerated.
Fuck, that is brilliant. That is fucking brilliant. Is it an any player may play this ability?
No, and it's a fire card.
That should have been an any player may play this ability, because I could actually see that being fucking magnificent. Like, that would make for some really intriguing gameplay. Alright, ran out before I could get me.
The Mater D, who's offering the Oafa Thin in the image, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature other than Mater D that has no more than 2 +1/+1 counters on it. You know the Flying Circus skit about the dead parrot?
Yep.
How he tries to return it to the pet shop? Norwegian Blue, creature, bird, flying. Norwegian Blue gets +0/+X, where X is equal to the total number of damage on the stack. Oh, here we go. Roger the Shrubber.
That actually tells us exactly how long ago this was made.
Yeah.
Because damage has not been on the stack since before Modern was a format.
Roger the Shrubber. Creature, Shrubber Legend. Tap. Put a 0/1 green shrubbery token into play that counts as a wall. Shrubberies are my trade. I'm a shrubber. My name is Roger the Shrubber. I arrange, design, and sell shrubberies. I'm surprised there's no herring card.
It's because it didn't survive the felling of the tree.
The Knights Who Say Ni. When the Knights Who Say Ni come into play, any player may give you control of a shrubbery. If someone does, sacrifice the Knights Who Say Ni. Otherwise, target player sacrifices an enchantment and an artifact.
Ooh. That is spicy.
That's great. That's synergy.
Yeah. I like it a lot.
Old man from scene 24. Search your library for an old person. Put that card into play. The Witchburn. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a -1 counter on target creature unless its owner pays 1 life. If that creature is black, put another -1 counter on it. That's racist.
I mean, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Do I need to stake my stuff into all 3 different ones?
No. Just go for whichever one gives you the biggest. Just don't do it into voucher. I think I'm done looking at all of those cards now.
Problem is, like, since I staked them all into the one, like, and it's the one that's non-custodial, now, like, I can't find some of the ones that I've got since then, because they're just kind of, like, shuffled in with all the rest of them. Oh, I did already have an animated Giselle. Well, I guess I got another one to stake now. Like, that was the problem I was running into when I tried to stake into the other one that's not on Waxdow, the pepper stake.
Yeah. The non-custodial one could only hold 1250 NFTs.
Oh, so I'd take up a fucking quarter of it, almost.
Yeah, that's a limitation of the platform. Um, whereas the custodial one can have an unlimited number. Again, limitation of the platform. So I'm going to wait until the dev Mike releases the next version of pools before I review that and revisit that.
Okay.
Because yeah, I don't know. I feel like I went too early with the staking pools.
Too early in terms of the age of the project?
Without fully understanding how they functioned.
Ah.
But you probably don't want to stake a whole bunch of these because the cake queens that I'm going to release after the week is over and the beauty contest that's in the Discord is over will require blends of other cards, and they will yield significantly more in staking farms. So that's a way to get around the whole, hey, there's 1250 slots in this pool, but why are you putting this in the pool when you could remove some of those from the pool, combine them in a blend to this other one that yields more, and hopefully free up more slots. The intention will be to only allow those blended cupcake queens to go into the custodial pool, and there will be a supply less than 1250 of them.
Okay.
In the non-custodial pool, sorry, is what I meant to say. That's my thought pattern, at least. Because if I can modify that pool to only accept cupcake queens, the non-custodial one, and make sure that there's always going to be less than 1250 cupcake queens in circulation.
I want to see how much cupcake I even have.
It does appear as a token just in your regular wallet, provided you've claimed it, because it doesn't automatically go into your wallet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did go and check that.
But again, I need to slow down to speed up on this stuff, because I haven't really thought through all of the tokenomics yet. I don't think it appears in Cloud Wallet, but you can see it on the Block Explorer.
Blocks.io.
Yeah. Like if you go to the Girl Bake Club account on blocks.io, you'll see the contract transactions there. There you go, Girl Bake Club Cupcake on the right hand side.
Oh, yep, there we are. Oh, wow. Already got over 1,000 of them. Fuck yeah. Are you planning on setting up an LP?
I don't know what that entails yet. I haven't had the time to research it. Because the one thing that I am definitely realizing as this goes on this project is I never expected this level of volume or success.
Right.
Doing this sort of stuff is not cheap in terms of like wax, CPU, RAM, and I'm afraid that it will cut too deeply into my profit margins. So I either need to raise my prices or expand the reach of the project, or deliver the roadmap and then be like, cool, roadmap's delivered. That was all that was in the white paper. Now it just goes on and on with the ongoing community bake sale, and it dies when you guys decide it dies. These are all the decisions that I have not yet thought through.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because I don't really know what a liquidity pool can actually offer this, in essence. Because in order to redeem a commission, people are going to need to send Cupcake back to the reward pool, basically. And I still haven't decided how much Cupcake is going to be required and all that sort of stuff. But I do know that there's only 690,000 of it.
Nice. Somehow I'm not at all surprised by the number that you chose. Seems to be a recurring theme for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. But it's definitely been an interesting experiment in how to plan all this stuff. But the most enlightening part is how rapidly you can build this crap.
Right? Yeah, like this was fucking just like a joke, not even an idea, but a joke like a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
Like that's insane. It's fucking ridiculous.
291 active users. Is that more active users than Splinterlands has if we look for human users?
I mean, maybe. Quite possibly.
See on Atomic Hub how many wallets are holding. $278.
Ooh. That's only 116. Jesus. Let's make sure that this is accurate before we start attacking people in the top 3. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Damn, we had 6 attacks. We got 22 scrap out of that. Fucking nice! Hell yeah. Only 46 more to go for upgrading defense again. feel like there's something I'm forgetting to do here. Oh, okay, cool. I did get some in there. I got another 1.5 cupcake. Yay!
I should also do another token, and I don't know how this would work, but just make it like diabetes. So if you hold cupcake for too long, you just slowly accumulate diabetes.
That's yeah, that sounds pretty fucking great, my friend.
Oh, actually, no, that'd be a fun one. Like, you can only claim like incredibly obese versions of cards if you hold a certain number of cupcake. That would be funny, but I don't think it would be very aesthetic. You see, this is a problem. There's all these stupid ideas.
GLX is James Bond now.
Really?
Yeah, it's priced at 007.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
I was gonna say for something that used to be worth more than SPS, but it still almost is.
I thought SPS was worth like 2.4 cents now.
It is. I'm just messing.
I was going to say, otherwise, a lot has changed in the past week where I haven't really been focused on anything Splinterlands or blockchain related that closely.
Yeah, I mean, it has been going back up, thankfully, but I'm pretty certain that you, me, and Kevin aren't the only ones who are questioning recent changes, shall we say. Novo, we are done with. Wait, right? No, we're not. We still have to send our dudes into work.
I also find it funny that one person contacted you after reading all of this and said they were clear, but they weren't the first to claim either of the bonus NFTs.
You don't have enough building materials. What? Now we're done with Novo. Huh. I guess they have completely rugged.
Well,
Well, there's no more assets here. Doesn't show my respect or my FIBO. Yeah, I think that the game is completely dead.
damn.
Can't say I'm surprised, but yeah, it kind of sucks. Or maybe I just have to re-log in. Okay, no, it won't even let me put in my secret code to get into my room. So yeah, I think we might be dead. Completely. Do I still have access to Astral? See what has been added lately. mute it there then.
Actually, that might be an idea for a liquidity pool, but I don't know how it would be implemented.
What's that?
Have a liquidity pool and reward liquidity holders with NFTs as opposed to with any token. Because then by providing liquidity, you then get NFTs, which then you can combine to get better NFTs to go into the staking pool. But I don't know if there's any mechanic that allows for that on Wax.
I mean, if that can be done, then I think that's a cool way to do it, yeah.
Because I've already worked on the staking pool art. I'll send you them in Discord. 1 second. I think you'll enjoy the comedy in each of them.
Well, if it's from you, I'm sure I will. Funny motherfucker.
So I think it'll be pretty obvious which one belongs to which pool.
Nice. Yeah, yeah, no, definitely see which one's which. Oh. Ah. Okay, bam. Yeah, I'm not actually seeing anything new here. So fuck it. There's one I haven't done in a while. Let's see what Louie's been up to. Ugh. Maybe not. There we go. Prepare for battle. Jimbo, you coming? Uh-oh. I think I might be trapped. Oh, no, there we go. I think my people are glitched out.
So many different things that I'm completely unaware of in existence.
Yeah, sounds about right. Like what?
Like what you're playing right now.
This is Pixel Mini. It's not so much of a game yet, from what I can tell at least. The creator was on one of my off the cuffs a little while ago. Cool dude. And it's a really nifty world and everything that he's building. Each of these minis have their own like stats and whatnot. They're all like PFP type shit, procedurally generated. And there's like, I think it was some level of quadrillions of potential combinations of them.
That's a frightening number.
Yeah. So I was just kind of checking in on it to see, what the progress has been. It's definitely starting to look a lot better. Like when I first got into it, it was pretty bare bones.
It feels a lot of this stuff is pretty custom and bespoke.
All right, that's enough of that. Oh, what's that? Let's check that taco. See if we can reset that. All right. I'm almost out of axes. I'm gonna have to restock soon.
So, talking has gotten better since I've been doing more of it today.
Good.
I almost feel like I sound normal again.
Yeah, I'm not really able to point out any difference from normal.
Excellent. That means that the robot AI learned my voice correctly. On Wax, if you stake net, do you get rewards as well, or is it just CPU?
I think your rewards are from your total stake, but I'm not 100% sure on that. That would probably be a better question for Kevin.
That's all right. I'm just going to go ahead and stake like another 2k Wax, because that interest is actually pretty nice. It's only a 7-day cooldown period, so...
I don't really have much in net. I've got
10. I haven't seen it go down at all, but I now have 9,460 in CPU.
Jesus Christ. I have 200.43 total staked. 196 in wax and 4.19 in net.
Road to Whaledom.
Right? I mean, not that you need it. You're already there.
Well, we'll see. You know, even though I might have close to 1,000,000 SPS, if SPS becomes worth less than a cent, it's not really the same connotation of being a whale, right?
I mean, I'd say it's
It's just a whale in a very shallow pond. Perhaps it's
well,
a
yes and
beach.
no, because I mean, it might be the whale in the Dead Sea. I mean,
Hey, I know a lot about salt. I've been rinsing my mouth with it 4 times a day.
yeah, like that's all. Because it definitely, it seems like at this point it's all inflows and no outflows. There's just some evaporation happening, so yeah, I don't know. I I don't know what's gonna happen with it. It's just such a bummer because I love the fucking game so much.
I mean, I don't think it's dead. Like, no locum has come along and said, hey, time of death, you know, with the wristwatch and everything.
Yeah, but that doesn't actually mean it's not dead because you know what? When you don't get a time of death, when you're stabbed in the back and buried in a shallow grave on the side of the fucking highway.
Doesn't sound very nice. Well, that doesn't really happen much in Australia. It's quite difficult to dig holes in basically rock.
I mean, true. It's at least a little more difficult to do so circumspectly.
Yeah, you would need excavation equipment.
Although I have always wanted to make a T-shirt, back from when I was a dirt worker. That like, dirt workers, if we hide your body, it'll never be found. All right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it here, and then start getting ready for Splinterlands TV. So we will be back on there in 1 hour and 11 minutes. In the meanwhile, let's go ahead and raid over and drop you off there for now. And Jim, if you're listening, feel free to come back and join us then. But in the meanwhile, I need to use the bathroom, make some more coffee, etc., etc. No, I do not want to be on
Just before we play.
Yeah, I want to be on my channel so that I can
Nice.
launch that
So we
raid.
got 2 down, 1 more to go. Who shall be picked next? KP Gaming
My
CH47.
At least we know for sure
87.
that Games World is streaming right now. And as always, thank you all so very much for hanging out. I've been Rick. You've been on the mountain. It has been a wonderful time. And until we meet again, keep being awesome and keep kicking ass.